Hello, and welcome back to the Summer Solo Series. I'm Patricia No Drain, and I'm going to be your host for this episode. The episode's title is, I want to make sure I'm getting it right, 3 Answers to 3 Tough Questions. I put this in my email, so if you're not getting my emails, you'll want to go on patriciadrain.com and sign up because we want to talk to each other more than just the podcast. But before we even get started, I wanted to tell you what I'm doing this month because I'm very proud of it. I'm very glad I'm doing it. I'm dedicating the entire month to doing strategy sessions with individuals, an individual like you. If you're maybe having a challenge in something in business, or you really want to get more clarity around something in business, the strategy session works. In fact, I wanted to read a couple of testimonials because it's right from their mouth. I can't believe how focused I became after speaking with Patricia for only 15 minutes. Thank you. That was great. And the next person said, this formula works. It helped me get more clarity about myself and my business in 15 minutes. I can't believe it's free. Well, it is. And I like that it's free. It makes me happy because I always have loved watching people get that aha moment, that kind of thing where they go, I can't believe I never thought about it that way. That's what makes me happy. So back to the episode. Question number 1. If you didn't read my email, then you don't even know what the question is. But here was the question. Are you making the money you deserve at this time? Now, I'm only dealing with people that say, no, absolutely not. I'm not making the money I deserve. Well, here, most of my clients, I will say, they want to make 100,000. They want to get past that 100,000 so that they can go to 2 and 3 and 4 and on up. Now, here's the thing that you have to do. It's kind of reverse engineering. You have to take the 100,000 and discover what is it you need to make in 1 month. Well, you need to make $8,333 in 1 month. So if you're going to be doing that, and by the way, a weekly, you have to do 1,923. Okay, let's say it's very doable, but you have to have a big ticket of some sort. Well, you don't have to. I mean, you can certainly be doing it by yourself and be selling small little products, but that's pretty hard to do it that way. But let's pretend like you have a big ticket. Maybe it's coaching with you. I don't know what it would be, but it's $5,000, let's say. Well, you still need 3,333. So if you do have something that's maybe 1,200, maybe it's a workshop, maybe it's a course that you're teaching, whatever that would be for 1,200, now you have to sell 3 of those. So you have to sell 1 at 5,000, 3 at the 1,200 mark, and now you're at your mark. Yay! You can make 100,000 a year by doing that consistently every single month. Now, of course, you're going to have months where there $12,000 are coming in, and so yeah, that kind of took it down for the next month. You don't have to make quite as much, but I'm just telling you, this is the reality of it. And I must tell you that I was kind of really made this person mad. Actually, she told me she was really mad. She was a lady out of San Francisco, very, very wealthy, because she was married to a very wealthy doctor. She had never worked a day in her life, but her goal when we started working together was to make $1 million in 1 year. And she wanted to do it that year. Okay, what are you selling? What is it that you're selling? Because you have to make $83,333 every month. So what would your big ticket be? And she said, that makes me really angry. It's like you're just taking my dream away from me. And that makes me mad because I know I can make $1 million in a year. My husband does, so I know I can. Well, he was a surgeon, for heaven's sake. But working with her was really tough because she was not a reality person at all. She was really in denial. Once again, you start reverse engineering whatever that amount is. Maybe you only want to make $60,000 a year. That's $5,000 a month. You have to focus on what it is that you're going to do to make that kind of money. That's just so simple. That's number 1. Number 2, the question is your message being heard by the right people? Now, if you said no to that, and you're on social media, you do the videos, you do the emails, you're doing everything that you're supposed to be doing, and you're not getting and you're making an offer every time. I almost forgot to say that. You have to be making an offer every time to see if somebody is going to buy, even if it's a free offer, doesn't matter. But if nobody signs up, you're talking to the wrong people. And so what I did, I had to niche down even more to get with the people I wanted to be with, the people that are like me. And guess what I am? I'm a female entrepreneur, thriving, not retiring, because I don't want to retire. And here's what I think about us, the people that are like that. We're independent, we're very focused, we want to stay in the game. We have a message, and we know the message is a powerful message if we find the right people. And we want more breakthroughs because they're fun for us in business. We enjoy having a breakthrough. Now, do you need to niche down a little more in yours like I did? Or maybe do you need to start thinking about expanding somehow? I want to give you an example of this because I just heard this story just the other day. And it's about this lady that had a flower garden, and she would put these beautiful bouquets together for people. She made about 100,000 a year doing that. So yeah, she made the 8,333, didn't she? Selling flowers. Good for her. But here's the bottom line. She said, something is wrong about this. And with all the work I have to do and go out in the garden and cut it and do all this. And she discovered that her people wanted what she had. They wanted a garden. So she started doing workshops, and she started doing all kinds of educational materials, and she started doing video, and she started doing all, selling seeds, doing all kinds of different things to help somebody have their own garden. She's now making $4 million a year. And it's only because she had that mind shift. That's a good mind shift to have. I'm just giving these things as examples to you. Question 3, are you satisfied with your business model? Or do you even have one? Speaking of that, I just thought of that. I have a client who really wants to, and I do think this is funny, but she wants to bowl in the winter and she wants to golf in the summer. And she bowls twice a week and she golfs, I think, 5 times a week. So she really had to do something about her schedule because she wants to make, I think she's at 250 or 300,000 now. And she's happy with it, but she needs to keep it there. So what does she do? She calls it batching. So she works on a Tuesday and a Thursday, and she batches everything, all her videos, all her content, all of her emails, all of her everything. She'll batch on those 2 days. And it's been working for her. She's been able to bowl and golf and do everything she wants to do. Batching is what I do. I love to do the batching because you have to have so much content. And if you do it all in one day, it just helps you so much. And even your marketing plan, really, when do you plan to go out? When do you plan to get on social media? And she even has things that she has already done, but she has them scheduled for 2-3 days, 3 weeks out. That's pretty smart of her. Well, I will tell you that I met a girl, and she didn't have a business model that worked for her anymore. She had been doing this coaching retreat on stage business, I'm going to say for 10 years. And so she was really a hot ticket. Everybody knew her. And one day she decided, I have 18 people that I'm responsible for. That's how many employees she had. They moved to a beautiful office space out of her home, where she used to be. And all of a sudden she said one day, I don't want to do it like this anymore. This business model doesn't work for me. Might work for my employees, but it doesn't work for me. And so she said, I quit. I'm doing it a different way. I'm going back home to my home office and figuring it out what I'm going to do next. And they were furious because, of course, she was their meal ticket. But you have to do what is right for you. And if you're in a business model like I was, where I was suiting up and going in 8 to 5, 8 to 6, I didn't like that anymore. You have to make changes. You have to keep asking yourself, is this really what I want? To be in a suit, high heels, go into the office, make the coffee, have the meetings? Didn't work for me after a while. But I can tell you that this whole thing that I'm doing, when you start working less and making more, you have to be thinking about how your business model is going to be created. Now, remember, this whole month, I'm doing this wonderful thing, free strategy calls for you. I have a lot of coaches that I could put in on this, but I decided I'm doing it all myself. There's no obligation whatsoever. So just if you really want to be doing this, you only have to email me, patricia@patriciadrain.com, and put in the subject line, I'm ready. And then we'll have our strategy session. Until we meet again, it's Patricia No Drain. Thanks, everybody.